Today on the channel, we're going to hike to explore some abandoned ruins. Can you tell what this building once was? All right, I'm at Valley Forge. I parked at the Yellow Springs picnic area, and then I'm following this paved path to start the Mount Misery Trail. So far, weather is holding out. Got some blue sky, so maybe I'm gonna miss these passing showers today, which would be fantastic. So right now I am just following this paved trail back to Yellow Springs Road. And this is gonna get me to the trailhead where we're gonna start Mount Misery. It's not a great name. really excited to hike that one today. No, I've actually done this hike before, and it's a pretty good one here. There's Mount Misery and there's Mount Joy here at Valley Forge, and they're both really good hikes to do. So down there is the covered bridge. Okay, so we're gonna take Mount Misery to the Horseshoe Trail, and then we're gonna see the Colonial Springs Bottling plant. So if you've been watching my videos, doesn't Pennsylvania look so green? It's starting to look so different. You can really tell that spring is here. All right, so one kind of good thing about this trail is you hit the elevation right away. You're climbing uphill, but then the rest of the trail is downhill and a little easier. So you get the hard part over with first. All right, so you can kind of see here, down there is where we started. You can see how far we've climbed in just the very first section of the trail. So you'll encounter a lot of these very gentle stair sections. They're not particularly steep or anything, just a lot of stairs. So you might be hearing the rattle or the slide in my jacket. Like I said, I've got my rain gear on today because they said there was a chance of passing like scatter showers, but it's making quite a noise with my backpack rubbing on it. It's kind of annoying me, kind of killing my solitude here. Some pretty neat rocks along the way. I think this is some milky quartz, pretty shiny looking. Trying to go back to 6th grade when I had a rock collection and used to collect rocks. Try to remember what these things are. I love the way all these turkey tail mushrooms look on an old log. Something so pretty about it. The way the moss grows and all the different variations in the color of the turkey tail mushrooms. Right, so here we're gonna go on the Horseshoe Trail. Okay, so at this juncture, you're gonna run into the Horseshoe Trail. You wanna make sure that you bear right if you wanna go down and see the Colonial Springs Bottling plant. So that's what I'm gonna do. So we've got this little Horseshoe Trail register box. Let's take a look at this here. Added us on April 5th, hiking outdoor family. And I'm gonna put this back so other people can sign. All right, that looks good. It's nice and sealed. We'll go on our way here. So this shows you the type of rocky environment you're hiking through here. I had mentioned we have had like 4 straight days of rain here in Pennsylvania, and like really heavy rain. So that is something I always try to be mindful of when I go and hike. You know, certain trails tend to get waterlogged more, and you really want to be careful because in situations like that, you can do a lot of damage to the trail. So this Mount Misery Horseshoe Trail loop is a good option today because it's you know, elevated. Everything is dried out here for the most part. The trail's in great shape, and I know I'm not going to damage anything. I just kind of love looking out and seeing all these little twisted trunks. Very cool scenery along this trail. Tree is mostly bare except for these little tiny flowers that are just starting to appear. It's so beautiful. So I don't know if you can hear that, but down there is the old bottling plant, and you can hear the roaring of the creek. So we're gonna get down there and show it to you. You can see there's a number of old stone walls there and another one up there. So this is the remains of the Colonial Springs Bottling Company that operated from 1908 to 1930 and bottled spring water. Right away, super neat when you look at the walls here. Like, look at all these cobwebs. Just really cool looking how old the stonework is. And you can see the water kind of flowing out down here. So what is really neat is that they still let you come in here. You have to be careful. There's definitely hazards and things like that. But you are allowed to come in here still. Got the water flowing through here. And let's peek back here. You can see out the top there. So this is really cool that you can come in and explore and just kind of see what this place looks like from the inside. I particularly like this archway. I think that's super cool looking. I love a stone archway like that. You've got the sound of the rushing water here. Very cool views looking out these windows. Looks like they've reinforced these to help maintain the structure. So apparently when I was here filming and hiking and in this abandoned building, we just had an earthquake here in the Philadelphia area. So that's pretty crazy, and I probably couldn't have been in a worse spot for it. Enjoyed looking at the Colonial Springs Bottling plant. And then of course, while I was there, the earthquake happened and I got a number of texts from different friends and family just describing what they thought it was, what it felt like. It's interesting, my parents in Delaware did not feel it, but I've heard from people in like New Jersey, Pennsylvania that could definitely feel it. So I'm excited to go back through my footage and see if I got anything, like if it shows it on the GoPro. I'm not sure it will because like I said, it was in the bottling plant. There was a stream making a lot of noise, but hey, we'll see. Interesting, I passed a group of hikers on my way and I asked them if they had felt the earthquake and they said like, not really. I think compared to if you were just sitting still at home, you might have felt it more. Look how green everything is. Isn't it amazing? After enduring the brown of winter, to just get to see this, it is such a good feeling. Let's go down here and take a look at this dam. You've got a little bit of road noise from the cars going by on the busy road here, but overall the sounds of the water kind of overtake the road noise. Such a pretty spot. So like I said, you might have been worried when you heard me say we're gonna hike Mount Misery today. There is nothing miserable about this trail. This is a fantastic loop connecting Mount Misery with the Horseshoe Trail and then going back on this valley trail here to connect to the Yellow Springs parking area. So much variation along the trail, so many cool things to see. Everything nicely marked, trails nicely blazed. So really a great hiking choice if you're in Valley Forge. This is always such a pretty sight when these little streams form running down a mountain here. Of course, not so great if you're a hiker. So there is definitely a lot of standing water from the heavy rains near the trail, but look how great condition the trail is in. It's really awesome. gets actual earthquakes. Like a 4.7 earthquake is no big deal, that's a small earthquake. But this is actually a pretty rare occurrence here in the Philadelphia area. So this is different for us to feel something like that. And like I said, I believe the epicenter was in New Jersey, but we could feel it in our area. So, I mean, I guess it's really no big deal, but it's kind of cool for us locally because we normally don't have earthquakes like this. So it's a big deal around here. So as you get closer to the parking lot, you're going to wind up back near the Knox Covered Bridge. So we're going to get a nice view of it from the side. So this is quite noisy here with the road, but still a beautiful covered bridge. So I am almost back at the parking lot where I started. Thank you so much for coming along with me today. This Mount Misery Horseshoe Trail Loop is awesome, and really enjoyed seeing the Colonial Springs Bottling plant, and I hope you did too. If you enjoyed this video, like it, please subscribe to our channel, give us a comment.